Hi everyone, my name is Nuria, and in this video I'd like to help my friend Maria, who has just started as an English teacher in a secondary school. She teaches a group of 25 students in first of ESO who are around 11 to 12 years old. Their English level is roughly a 1A2, and there are two main problems in this class. They are too energetic and they struggle with speaking because some of them are quite shy. Still, they enjoy games and teamwork, although they get easily distracted, so Maria has to use a wide variety of activities to keep them engaged and focused. To help Maria, I've chosen two different methodologies: the total physical response, or TPR, and the situational approach. TPR could be very useful for Maria since it uses movement and commands to help channel all the energy that this group has. And at the same time, it reduces the pressure to speak, since in this method, comprehension comes first. Besides, this method allows the teacher to create quick-paced, game-like activities that keep the students engaged. And it can be easily adapted to all kinds of levels, using either simple or more complex vocabulary. This methodology is effective for teaching vocabulary and everyday expressions, so here's an example of an activity that Maria could use in the class. In this case, Maria is going to focus on daily routines or actions, and the only materials needed are a set of flashcards with the target vocabulary. This activity has 3 steps. First, Maria is going to review the actions while performing the gestures, and then the students must act out her commands, which are going to be faster and faster. Since there are 25 students, they can play in groups, and if one member of a group makes a mistake, then the team is out. There can be several rounds, and the winning group is going to get a point every time. In the second part of this activity, a volunteer from each group is going to come to the front and give the commands to the rest. It's like a version of Simon Says, but they can replace the name Simon with their own name. For instance, they can say, Jaime says brush your teeth. Again, each winning group is going to get points. To finish, they're going to play charades. In turns, a student from each team is going to act out an action, which is going to be slightly more difficult this time, such as go home or go to school. And if their own team doesn't get the answer right or takes too long, another team can try to win the point. This activity combines movement, comprehension, and competition, which makes it perfect for Maria's energetic group, while helping all students internalize the new vocabulary in a fun way. On the other hand, the situational approach will allow students to practice speaking, which is one of the group's weaknesses, through real-life situations. Here's an activity that Maria could use in another session. This time, she's going to set up a small market with different stalls. For this activity, she will need plenty of cutouts of food, fake money, and signs, and some real objects such as baskets and maybe a toy cash register. If possible, Maria is going to prepare and decorate the classroom beforehand. Then she's going to teach students the expressions needed for the situation by interacting with them naturally. For instance, she could walk around the classroom asking them, "Can I have a pencil, please? How much is it? Here you are." That way, students will learn grammar and vocabulary inductively through context. Next, students work in groups and take on different roles: seller, cashier, customer, and they are going to start buying and selling food in English, while Maria is going to move around the classroom to make sure they are using the target language appropriately. After a while, she's going to ask them to switch roles so they can all practice different functions. To finish, students are going to tell Maria what they have bought and who sold it to them. This final step allows them to use the structures they have learned in a meaningful and communicative way. In conclusion, TPR helps students understand and remember vocabulary through movement, while the situational approach allows them to use the language in realistic, meaningful contexts. Combining both ensures that all students, active, shy, or somewhere in between, can enjoy learning English in a dynamic and engaging way.